Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna do a Halloween DIY, but before I start I wanted to show you, because in my Dollar Tree haul I said that I changed my box and I would show you in my tour. Well, I'm just gonna explain it now because now that I'm making the Halloween one, that's what I wanted that pumpkin for. So this is the one that I originally did. So what I did was I took this off and I tried taking the Jenga piece off of the back of it and I could not get it off. So I must have used a lot of hot glue because I even shoved a knife in there and then it started breaking the wood. So I left it alone, took off the little bow, used a knife to get the letters off, came off easily even though there was Mod Podge on top of it, sanded it a little bit, did 2 coats of the Waverly Pumpkin chalk paint. And then once that completely dried, I redid a bow because when I took the other one off, it untied itself and it was too small for me to retie it. And then I took my white chalk marker and just wrote Our Pumpkin Patch. So I originally wanted to just take that pumpkin off of here and use it for this one because I painted it. I originally painted this pumpkin this color, and this is like more Halloween than fall color, and the pumpkin color is more fall. So this is how I just changed it. I like it a lot better. I did like it, but to me, like I said, that was more Halloween than fall. This is more of fall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my other box, so I'll show you. I just wanted to show you real quick what I did, and I just switched out. I just repainted it and then wrote in chalk marker instead. So I wasn't able to use this pumpkin for this, but that's okay. I'm going to use something else and I will show you guys. So now we can start on this one. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys real quick and explain what I did because I don't want to have to explain that in my tour. I probably won't talk in my tour. Maybe I will because I did make a small DIY, but I didn't film it because it was really easy. So the first thing I did was I ripped this off. I did save it this time just in case I want to use it. I have one Jenga block. I don't really care that it's the dark brown color. You're not going to see it. Then I traced the box on this piece of paper, and then I am going to cut this even smaller to fit inside, but I'll show you guys that when I do it. I'm going to use the Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is their version of black. I might be using this. No, I will be using this, sorry. And I'm either going to use this little tiny pumpkin or I'm going to use one of these. I haven't decided yet. I need to see which one looks better inside the box once we get there. So there's a lot of glitter inside this box that must have came off of something else. I really don't want to sit here and try and rip this off like I did last time. I'm going to try and just keep that paper on there already. So I'm just wiping the glitter out. And then I am going to take, I'm also going to use Mod Podge. So I'm going to take my paper and I am going to trace the inside and cut it. And then once I have that cut out, I'll come right back and I will Mod Podge it and I'll show you guys. And then I'll Mod Podge it in there, but I'll come back and I'll show you. So let me cut this out first and I will come right back. Alright you guys, so I got my piece of paper cut. Like I said, I'm going to leave this how it is. I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm just going to cover the whole inside. So now I'm just taking the paper towel and rubbing it so I get all the air bubbles out, and so that way I know the paper is gonna stick. So there's that. And I forgot to paint this, and we were supposed to do that first. So let's just hope that I don't get paint on the paper. So I'm gonna take my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. I'll be right back. I gotta grab a different paintbrush, and I need to cut this open. Alright, so I'm gonna paint the box because, like, you can see right here, you can see the wood coming through, so I just don't like that. You can leave it if you want, but I like how I painted my other one, and I like how black it was, and you couldn't see the actual wood coming through it, so just gonna do a coat of paint. I probably only have to do one. And since I'm using the chalk paint for this, it's gonna dry really fast, so. So I'm gonna paint this, and when it's completely dry, I will come back and then I will show you what I'm gonna do next. Alright guys, so while this box dries, I am gonna go ahead and paint this, and I'm gonna use this little tiny one and hot glue it right in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and just paint right over this with the same chalk paint in the color ink. And this one I think I'm gonna have to do 2 coats because I don't want that to shine through, but we will just have to wait and see what it looks like with 1 coat on there. Alright, so now I am going to take this orange one, and I'm gonna paint this little pumpkin. I already took off the sticky thing, so I actually should have left it on there. I have it right here. I'm gonna stick it back on just so that way it's easier to hold this while I'm painting it. Doesn't really want to stick back on, so I don't know if I can. Yeah, there it goes. That way I can just set it on my finger and I don't get paint everywhere. So I'm gonna paint this, and then I will come back and I will show you what I am going to do next. Alright you guys, so I did the 2 coats on the, I only did 1 coat on the box. I did 2 coats on this little round part, and I only did 1 coat on the jack-o'-lantern. I hot glued this round part to that Jenga block so that it would stick out a little bit further, and then I just hot glued this to this, and that is all that I did for this one. I really like it. It's simple, it's not over the top, because I'm going to be making more DIYs for Halloween, and those are going to be more like, it's going to have like sayings and stuff like that. So this one's just simple and subtle, and it'll go with it. And I really, really like the way that this one came out. And I'm glad that I used this little tiny jack-o'-lantern, and I'm glad I kept this piece, even though I could have just glued it to a couple Jenga pieces. But love this, really inexpensive, super cute to do, and you can do it honestly for any holiday you want. So I hope you guys like this DIY.